Dirty Street was one of the first songs that was actually written by the band way back in 2016, and it was a very memorable song from the start, and I think that really we chose it as the first single from Live and Loud because we had a lot of affection for the song, plus we've been playing it live for some time up to that point, so it just seemed logical to us that we would release that as the first single. Really, we should have released it a long time ago and recorded it a long time ago, but for one reason or another we didn't get round to it with the first EP, the self-titled Typan EP. So yeah, it was well overdue a release, and we were really happy to finally get and record it and put it out there as soon as possible. Dirty Street started out as a song written by Matt Sutton, I believe, and the working title was Bluesy Rock Shiz. And we were jamming in factory studios a lot back then, and playing lots of covers. And when it came to it, we had about three really strong ideas. I think it was Fix Room, Dirty Street, and Play On Sweet Rock and Roll. It was the very early days. We were experimenting. I listened to the song we were playing. I was trying to figure out what the hell I was going to sing over that racket, and I had lots of ideas. And I think the first set of lyrics that I came up with were just not acceptable. And I had some feedback from Sutton on the side that they just it wasn't going to fly. It's quite explicit, a bit more on the nose than even it is now. So I took it back and revised it, and we ended up with the song that we've got today. It was about my experience at the time. The place that I was living was it wasn't a particularly great place to live. It was on the Bath Road in Bristol, sort of the big artery road that leads into town, and I was living in a bit of a grotty flat at the time, and coming and going as I saw a lot of interesting characters about, and there was certainly a lot of dealing and solicitation going on. So it really was a dirty street, and not just figuratively, literally. It's filthy along there, particularly along that side, on the Thunderbolt side. When you're walking down the road there, the bins and just the filth and the sort of excess. That's what the inspiration originally was for the song, and a lot of people think talking about myself, singing about myself. Not really, no. It's more playing the character, playing the role of someone who's out and about there, and I can understand very well what these people are up to, and thinking about my own experiences and trying to incorporate that and put myself in the mindset of those kinds of people that were up to no good on that street. I can understand 9-to-5 jobs, frustration, looking to blow some steam. Just wish they weren't doing it on my doorstep because it was making a load of noise and mess more often than not. So actually, we played the song live for the first time in the Thunderbolt pub on that road, which was very apt, and I did make a bit of a deal about it. I don't think it went down that well. Maybe. It's a great song. It's a bluesy rock stomp, classic old school Typan stuff, heavily influenced by AC/DC and the like, and it's got an enduring appeal. This is the reason why it's still a staple in the set now. The video was fun. It was fun to make. When we did finally get round to recording it, I believe it was the last song that we recorded for the Live and Loud album. We were around at Tim's, Manor Studios, and yeah, we recorded the whole thing in one day. I think that might have been Sutton's brainchild, and yeah, the idea of recording the video at the same time. It's amazing that it turned out as well as it did, and yeah, we were drinking a lot. The video is a fair representation of the kind of behaviour back in the day. I remember going outside whilst they were laying down the guitars, and yeah, took Tim with me, and we shot all this footage of me in a trolley and picking up junk in the street to kick around. We're trying to stage some things. You see me kicking bottles, and it was very messy. You know, Sutton ended up using some strange footage from those little recording sessions for the actual video. I think there is better footage somewhere. I don't know what I look like in that. I apologise, really. Well, I hope that people would still like to listen to the song and go back to some of the older material. We've got some new things coming out, and you know, it's reminiscent of that older stuff from that time. We've definitely evolved since then, but you know, definitely worth going back and looking at that song again, having a listen to it, and yeah, experiencing the good old days of Typan. And I hope that, you know, for many years to come, that people will enjoy listening to it, both the recording and live.